Oh, Heather's here too. All right. Okay. Here we here we are for Nutraceutical Thursday. And I can say it today. It's a big test. I am Pamela Gilchrist, and our other hosts here are Georgie and Kelley. And we are going to talk about doggies tonight. And
On to the dogs. Tonight we're on to the dogs.
on to the dogs.
All about the dogs.
This is my friend Kendis Kirkendall, and she has 4 dogs. Kelley and Georgie have 2. Heather's on here. She has 3. And then I have Swifty, who has had an amazing transformation too, but she's a cat. But yeah, she counts. She's more like a dog. So anyway.
She is.
Kelley and Georgie, do you have anything to share?
Well, sure. Well, this is Cy. This is Cyrus. We've had Cy for, oh golly, we got him October 2019. He was like on death's door when we got Cy. And he weighed less than 5 pounds. He's a Chinese crested. We really didn't know anything about Chinese crested when we got him, but slowly, you know, he picked up weight and he'd come around. He had to have all his teeth taken out. But of course, being a puppy mill dog, he was never, he never really had a good background for a nutritious background. He didn't come from good stock. So, you know, he missed out on a lot of the nutrients that he should have had as a pup, you know. So he had watery eyes, he had bad skin, had itchy ears, yeasty ears,
mites.
He had mites. And well, the poor guy, he'd been through it. And he come around, you know, he come around pretty good. But when we started him on the epigenous dogs, he really blossomed. You know, his coat got better, his skin got better, his eyes got brighter and less watery.
His mood got better.
It's true.
Yeah.
And Parker, he loves it. You know, he's a Purium guy. So what can I say?
Yeah.
And he really likes the crack Corella. He's a crack Corella fiend. Yeah. So that's a little bit about our story. We've had Parker since 2017. I guess he kind of come with the truck. We bought a new truck and got a Westie at the same time. So that was cool, right? We'd do that every year, you know, if we could. You're throwing a Westie in, sure, we'll take a new truck. Sure, why not, right? Anyhow, that's kind of our story. So what about you? What about you, Kendis?
First, Cy was on the run for like 2 weeks, was he not?
Yeah, he was in a fire at a puppy mill down south Alberta. And some of the dogs died in the fire, and they were all pretty small breed, the way I understand it. They were small breed dogs. And they did round up most of them. This guy, they couldn't round him up. Nobody was catching this guy. And he was on the run almost 3 weeks, the way I understand it. So he got
really skinny,
oh
dehydrated.
He was on death's door when we brought him home, you know, and he had been at the vet here in town for 2 days on IVs and antibiotics, you know, like, and we had only 2 days before become foster, you know, for the rescue. And they called us 2 days after we, you know, become fosters and asked us if we wanted to go pick up this dog. And they told us he was in pretty bad shape.
I had to feed him every 2 hours, just like a thimbleful. Because if I fed him any more than that, he would, they said I could kill him, you know, because he just wasn't used to eating. So
yeah, his organs would just shut right down. You know, any kidney failure, heart attack, the whole 9 yards, eh? And yeah. yeah, he was pretty pathetic. You know, the people that led us to him and to the rescue, he still, he can't even hardly come see Cy because he gets PTSD so bad, you know, because of what he found down at that mill.
It was like a chicken, it was almost like chicken stalls with
Well, there were,
a whole bunch of bird shit, bird crap, and a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it was terrible. It was just looked like an old rickety old barn with a bunch of bird crap in it. Like,
and that's where they lived, eh?
so yeah, poor little guy.
And
So he doesn't even know how to play. Like, you know, the way he plays is on the bed in the morning when he you know, we're petting him and stuff. That's about all.
yeah, just roughhousing him a little bit, you know, like giving him a little shake or something like that. That's he doesn't want anything to do with toys. You know, Parker's his best toy, you know, so.
And Parker's hair has even gotten softer.
Yeah, it has. He was really wire haired. He was like, well, yeah. There's, you know, it's funny, Westies have all different kinds of coats, you know, like
Yeah.
some are a little curly and some are just really soft and straight, and his was just kind of wiry. And since he's been on an epigenous dog, it's really quite soft now.
But he'll drink the power shake and the dark berry protein. Actually, Cy likes the dark berry protein.
Oh, good for Cy.
I know.
Well, I know your dogs have, especially Bear, has had quite a transformation, hey?
So we got signed up to foster. I actually signed up to foster and didn't tell anyone in the house. My husband and my mother-in-law lives with us. And I was having a day one day and looking through, I don't know, Facebook, and a Chihuahua was available to foster. So I clicked on it and sent an email. And the lady called me and said, I'm actually picking up 3 puppies from the same spot that I'm getting these Chihuahuas. Would you be interested in fostering a puppy? And I said, well, of course. And she said, one's the runt. And I said, I'll, you know, bring me the runt. One of our other dogs was the runt of a litter too. So I wasn't prepared for him for the state he was in, which they were like, went to the vet and had a health and wellness check and got vaccinated and dewormed. But he came in, he was 4 pounds at 6 weeks old and couldn't walk and was just full of worms.
Wow.
Yeah, my dogs eat really well. I'm really mindful of, they usually eat better than I do. So it was just a matter, I just started mine on the epigenous. And it was one like, hey, you know, would you mind if I gave this puppy this powder? And she said, maybe hold off. And I just ignored her. Sorry, we have, everyone in my neighborhood has multiple dogs. The neighbor just has a really annoying one. Sorry, so I started him right away on the epigenous and on greens. I actually gave him goat's milk, a powder, a formula, and I put the greens right in it. And he went from 4 pounds to, you know, in kind of over the course of a couple weeks, he did a huge detox shed. Like, he shed this layer of like yellow, I don't even know how to describe it. It was terrible. And he had little scabs. So I don't know what he was eating, where he came from. Clearly he wasn't getting any nutrition. So to just be filled with nutrition, it really quickly pushed the toxic stuff through. And he, within about 5 weeks, he had a beautiful brand new coat of fur. And now we've had him for, he's almost 13 weeks. So we've had him for 7 weeks. And he is over 20 pounds now, from 4 pounds to over 20 pounds. We're not sure his breed, but he has this beautiful full coat. His eyes are like clear and it's really remarkable. So, and it's, you know, consistency. I've kept it to the greens and the epigenous, and we're grain free with like human food and dog food. But it's just night and day. This is Pasquale. He's Like you could pet him till he was bald, but he's extra soft now. My girls both have poodle in them, my other two dogs, and they used to like get wet and instantly mat. And since we've started, they get greens sprinkled on their food and in liquid. They don't mat anymore, which I mean, like brushing them, I'm getting bit and they let me brush them. I mean, they don't like it, but they don't bite me anymore.
Bonus.
But then to not have them mat, because I mean, like, we have a little dog pool, so it's, you know, they go in it to cool off on a hot day, and I'm trying to brush them before they mat. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So
That's awesome. That's another good reason to.
They're exuberantly barking at the neighbors.
Of course they are. That's what they do.
It is.
You can always tell when somebody walks by here. I'm sure that there's people that have like dogs in training
Yeah.
that come by here just to train their dogs not
What
to
not
do
to
that.
do.
Yeah, exactly, because mine are just right at the fence. Like, rah, 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 rah. That's
So
their entertainment.
They're so good sometimes. This is not one of those times. So
Oh, well.
yeah. Actually, the one that's the best is being the worst. So
We will definitely put up pictures underneath this Zoom on Facebook of the befores and afters.
Awesome.
I did on the one page do like a little series of bear's fur. And like the shine on his fur, I had to stop in at the lady who runs the organization, lives in a town 10 minutes from here. And I had stopped in about 10 days apart to pick up something. And her husband saw him and said, "Is this the same dog?" And I said, "Yeah." "Didn't I see you 10 days ago?" And he was bald. "Yep." "This is the same dog." "Yes." So it's pretty remarkable that,
Wow.
you know, and that was part of it. We adopted him because seeing him go from, like, honestly, he was probably a couple days from death, especially in the heat. So to see him grow and change, I have to see him grow up now, because it's, you know, just something as simple as healthy food and greens and a really great product to add to their food can make night and day difference in an animal's life, and that's awesome. So, yeah.
Because dogs get the toxins too from the glyphosate and everything, and you can even remove it from the dogs.
Yeah, Ruby's
Pretty
eyes.
amazing.
I'm just gonna flip them on.
Gonna corral the dogs. Neighbors are yelling. We'll have to bring Bear by, but their eyes, you know, poodles and I know with the tear staining, they don't have the tear staining either.
Come here.
I'm gonna show them off.
This is Charlie.
Charlie.
He's so cute. We had a poodle growing up. I like poodles.
And they're so soft and their eyes are so clear.
So they're all rescues, but they didn't all come from the same place, right?
Actually, well, Charlie and Ruby do have the same dog dad, so I knew the lady I got them from. Because
Okay.
Charlie is my 11-year-old. And I gotta say, he was getting a little spicy, and that's really changed, which is nice. Because I mean, you know, as they age, they get a little bit cranky, but to know his joints and stuff are feeling a little bit better.
Yeah.
And he's moving, and he's actually down weight. So he's in a really good spot
Nice.
health-wise. But
Wow.
yeah.
And my cat Swifty, I mean, I just put Epigeneus dogs on their food this morning, so all 3 of my cats get it. And Swifty, when I'm making a shake, drinks right out of it. As soon as I make it, I take the blender lid off. I have to leave it sit on the counter for a bit because she has to, every day she licks. If I put it in a bowl, she'll spill it and walk away. It has to be out of my cup. So, but she is the softest cat, and everybody keeps saying, "Wow, this cat is so soft. What do you do?" Well, she drinks out of my shakes every day.
Swifty is a cool cat.
Yeah.
Swifty is a cool cat. She's a cat dog, like Heather
Cat
said.
dog.
Heather's 3 dogs are all rescue. What? Oh, runts. Yeah, the runts are the best. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. There's Homer.
Come here, bear.
Heather, have you got them on Epigenius dogs yet? Not yet.
Good
It's
for
a
'em. It is. Up levels their life.
And so, Kelly, I know you bought chicken flavored capsules off of Amazon first, right? To put the Epigenius dogs in so they would take it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they were beef. I think
Beef.
they were, yeah, I think they were
Shell
beef caps.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't just, well, you know, I cook for them, so they have some pretty nice meals, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't want their meals messed up with green stuff, right? So I started loading up the capsules. I would load up 2 for Parker and 1 for Cy. And over the course of, I don't know, a couple months, almost probably 3 months now, I can put it on their food. I just put it on a little corner of their food and mix it in just a little corner, but they eat it all. So
They
that's
get to like
bonus.
it.
Yeah, they're getting to like it.
And when you were putting it in capsules, how did you feed it to them? Did they just
I just
eat it?
hit it in their food.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when they guzzle, because a lot of times they'll just chomp down on their food. They don't even realize that they're getting a capsule.
They
Yeah.
don't really chew. They put it in their
Yeah,
mouth and they
like-
swallow it.
Yeah,
Especially
Yeah.
Cy, because he's got no teeth.
yeah.
And then you just made them like some sort of a loaf or something. Like you cook pretty good for them.
Mutt loaf.
Not
They
loaf.
had mutt loaf.
And you put the recipe in the Purely Positive Pet Challenge, right?
Yes, it's in there. And you know, it's never the same twice, so you can make just different combinations with veggies and you can use chicken, or you can use ground beef, or you can use whatever you can afford to put in it. You know, if you can afford to put a roast in it, go for it. You know, probably not, but you know,
And then other times they have quinoa and veggies. Is that right?
that'll be in oh yeah, like they had brown rice and chicken tonight because, you know,
You didn't have time to do the veggies.
yeah, I didn't have time.
So
to do any
they like
veggies.
that though, so.
Yeah, they didn't mind that at all. They like their brown rice. They like their quinoa.
Yeah. And what do you feed?
I use a dehydrated raw.
Is that your smack?
It's called smack.
Smack.
And it's actually like it's a once a day feed. I have like when we first got Bear, I was splitting it. But once a day they seem to work with. I give them greens in the morning and then the smack, and I've always sprinkled it. If I have to bribe them, I'll just crush up a liver treat, a chicken liver, and
Yeah.
sprinkle it on top. And they've been pretty good. Every now and then the old guy's the fussy one. But he really likes it, which was the most surprising. So,
It's kind of there's kind of you know, like 2 sides of grain or no grain. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that won't use grain.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of people that,
Won't do without it.
yeah, just because they say grain free, they have noticed that it can cause heart problems, you
Yeah.
know. So
Ruby.
anyhow, I
I-
figured if I'm using a good grain that
Yeah.
it's probably
It's
okay.
got to be just like us humans when they say we are celiac or gluten intolerant, and it's not really the gluten, it's the
Like-
glyphosate and all the poison on the grain.
Well, that's the good thing too about the Epigenus dog, and it has our biomedic right in that mixture, which is wonderful because who's closer to the ground and nibbling on grass and they get more
Walking through it,
glyphosate.
licking their
They get
paws.
as much glyphosate as we do, if not more.
Not more.
So
Wow. That's
Especially dry dog food probably has so much glyphosate in it, it's not even funny. You know, so.
Yeah. But there's a lot of probably, well, there's a lot of really bad. We think our food is bad in the grocery store. There's a lot of really bad dog and cat food.
there are.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
The dog's gonna have the last word.
Yes. It's like they're at 5 p.m. is they're like, let's play really hard time, 5 to 7. And I have this really great backyard, which is perfect. But I just let them play. So they're like, why do you want me to be calm right now, Mom? It's after 5.
Exactly. Can't you tell time?
How dare you bring me in?
Exactly.
And then Heather's got a couple more dogs there too that aren't seem to be making an appearance. She's got Homer and Hank and Hope.
Are they all Triple H? Triple H names
Triple
and
H.
Heather?
Shit.
Yes.
You got to show us them all, Heather.
That makes me
There's
so
Hank.
happy.
Hi, Hank.
Hi, Hank.
And where's Hope? Hope.
Usually right on the.
Don't
behind-
tell the other two, but Hope is my favorite.
Usually right. Usually right on the back of the couch.
I heard you.
I
Oh,
love
she-
Hope. Look at
Aw.
her. I've got a little crush on Hope. Kind of like I got a little crush on Pasquale.
On Cy.
Anyway, well, anybody got any last things to say?
No, I'm just super grateful that, life comes full circle. I just got introduced to Purium and right before I got a dog that really needed it. So I'm massively grateful.
Yeah, and I guess for
And you-
everybody out there,
I did.
And she didn't know how bad she needed it. Hadn't eaten a vegetable in 8 years.
Well, it had been about a year.
A year.
since
Okay.
My gut stopped processing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And now she's drinking her vegetables. So anyway, we all have a $50 gift card for you if you are interested in feeding your dogs this amazing stuff that will transform their lives. And you might as well, have your own transformation too. Like get healthy with your dog.
you won't be able to keep up with them.
Right?
That's
You
right.
wanna look better, feel better, and perform better because your dog is going to be doing that. So you'll want to be able to keep up, definitely. So get a hold of any of us. We have gift cards to hand to you, and we are more than happy to help you out. You're not, you don't join this community alone and try to figure it out. We do this together. So any
Okay.
questions, get a hold of us. Whoever invited you here, we gotcha. We will
Absolutely.
post before and afters too, because they speak volumes.
Amen.
And thank
Yeah.
everybody for watching. Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody,
Hey,
for
thanks.
watching.
Thanks for being here, Kendis.
yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. And all your crew.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's good though.
Okay,
All right,
thanks so
Okay.
much. We'll see everybody
great
next
day.
Thursday.
Okay.
you bet. Yes, join us next Thursday at the
Absolutely.
same time.
Okay. Take care.